was just a little bitty boy, I lived in a box under the stairs in the corner of the basement, and a house I've walked down the street from Jerry's bait shop. You know the place. Well, anyway, back then life was going swell, and everything was just peachy. Except, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single morning, my mother would make me a big old bowl of sauerkraut for breakfast. Sauerkraut! Dun, 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 dun. Every single morning, it was driving me crazy. Then I asked my mother, "Hey, Mom, what's up with all the sauerkraut?" And my fierce mother, she just looked at me like a cow looks at an upcoming train. And she leaned down right next to me, and she said, "It's not for you!" As she tied me to a wall and stuck a funnel in my mouth, it forfeit me nothing but sauerkraut until I was 26 and a half years old. Music. That's when I swore that someday I'll get out of the basement and travel to a magical, faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells so warm with beer and the towels are so fluffy and the shriners and the levers of ukuleles all day long and anyone on the street would gladly shave your back for a nickel. Waka waka doo doo yeah. Well, let me tell you people, it wasn't long until my dream came true. Just the very next day, this local radio station held this contest who could quickly kiss the number of molecules and let her neat boy's butt. I was out by the rate, but I still won the grand prize. That's a first-class one-way ticket to Albuquerque. Oh yeah. You know, I never been on a real airplane before, and I gotta tell you, it was really great. Except that I got to sit next to two large Albanians with extremely severe body odor, and little kid back me kept throwing up the whole time. And the flight attendants ran out with Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts. And the airplane movie's Bino with Pauly Shore. And the airplane engines burned out when we went to a tailspin and got to a hillside and exploded at a giant fireball and everybody died. Cause we have a dream to So I crawled when the twisted burning wreckage. I crawled on my hands and knees for 340s. Dragging along my big leather suitcase and my gum and bag and my antenna sexual, my top umbrella, and my lucky glow in the dark snorkel. But finally I arrived at the world famous Albuquerque Holiday Inn, where the towels are also fluffy. You can hear super right out of the ashtrays if you wanna. It's okay, they're clean. When I checked into my room, I turned down the AC, and I turned on the specification, and I about eating that little chocolate milk my pillow loose very much. And suddenly, there's a knock on the door. Now, who could that be? I said, "How is it?" No answer. Who is it? No answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally, I go over to check the door, and just as I suspected, it's some big fat miracle with a flock of seagulls. Oh man, I hate it when I'm right. So anyway, he bursts in my room, he grabs my lucky snorkel, I'm like, "Hey, you can't have that. That snorkel's been just like a snorkel to me." And he's like, "Tough." I'm like, "Give it, okay?" So I grab his ear, and he grabs my esophagus. I bit off his ear, he chewed off my eyebrows. I thought I was appendix and he gave me a collateral cage. So in the middle of it all, the phone got knocked off the booth. 20 seconds later, I heard a familiar voice. Tell you what it said. It said, "If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help and just tell your operator. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help and just tell your operator in Albuquerque." He got away with my snorkel, but I made a solid right then and there that I would not rest. I would not sleep for an instant until that one nostril man was brought to justice. But first I decided to buy some donuts. So I got in my car and I drove over to the donut shop, and the guy behind the counter, he was just like, "What do you want?" I said, you got any glazed donuts? He says, no, rather glazed donuts. I said, well, you got any jelly donuts? He says, no, rather jelly donuts. I said, well, you got any Bavarian cream filled donuts? He says, no, rather Bavarian cream filled donuts. He says, I said, no, rather cinnamon rolls. I said, you got apple fritters? He says, no, rather apple fritters. I said, you got any bear claws? And he says, wait a minute, I'll go check. No, what a bear claws. In that case, what do you have? He says, all I got right now is this box of 1 dozen starving crazed weasels. I said, okay, I'll take that. So he hands me the box, and I open up the lid, and the weasels jump out and start biting me all over. Oh man, they were just going nuts. They were tearing me apart. It was about that like that little ditties going to my head. With a little sound like this. So I ran out the street and these fascinating weasels all on my face just kept on running like a decimated weasel dog. And look what happened. And that's exactly when I ran the girl of my dreams. Her name was Zelda. She was a literary enthusiast with a slight overbite and paired the color of strange peaches. I'll never forget the first thing she said to me. The first thing she said was, hey, you got weasels on your face. That's when I knew it was inseparable after that. Oh, we ate together, we bathed together, we even shared the same mint dental floss. The world was all real. So we got married and bought us a house and had 2 beautiful children, Nathaniel and Superfly. We were so very, very, very happy. Oh yeah. Then one night, Santa said to me, she said, sweetie pumpkin, do you want to join me at my club? I said, wow, hold on now, baby. No, I'm just not ready for that kind of a commitment. So we broke up and I never saw her again. But that's just the way things go. Albuquerque. Things started really looking up to me because about a week later I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Yeah, that's right, I got me a part-time job at a sizzler. And I even made a blowout the month after I put out that grease fire with my face. Oh yeah, everybody was pretty jealous of me after that. I was getting me a lot of attitude. I was in the parking lot trying to remove my ex's earbuds with a golf pencil, and I see this big old guy named Marty trying to carry a big old sofa up the stairs by himself. And I say to him, hey, you want me to help you with that? And old Marty, he just rolls his eyes and goes, no, I want you to cut out my arms and legs with a chainsaw. So he did. Then he gets all addicted on me. He says, hey man, I was just being sarcastic. Well, that's just great. How was I supposed to know that? And besides, now he's got a really cute name. There's a boy. So what is he complaining about? Say, that reminds me of another abusing addict. This guy on the street comes up to me and says he hasn't had a bite in 3 days. Well, I knew what you meant, but just to be funny, I took a big bite out of his jugular vein. And he's yelling and screaming and bleeding on, and I'm like, hey, come on, man, don't you get it? But it's just kept on rolling down on the sidewalk, bleeding and screaming. Man, he was just completely messing the irony of the situation. Man, some people just can't take a joke, you know? Anyways, so where was I? I kind of lost my train of thought. Well, anyway, I guess it's just a random way of saying it, but I guess the whole point I'm trying to make here is I hate summertime. That's all I'm really trying to say. Oh, and also, if you ever find yourself in an existential crisis full of laundering and self-doubt in a rack of pain and isolation and a pitiful, meaningless existence, at least you can ignore the summer out there in this crazy old mixed up universe of ours. There's still a little place. called Albuquerque. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm never doing that again.